Okay, Wolf 190D back. Got another battle here. We're into 1915 now, I do believe. So, larger fleet engagement. And this one could be a little concerning due to his 30 smaller craft. But there again, it's sort of one of the drawbacks right now. The AI doesn't do a stellar job of running destroyers, and I'd actually like to get some combat footage up in the near future of destroyer action. You know how to run destroyers. So anyway, this one's going to be a actually scratch that. I have some destroyers here, and I do believe yes, these are my V-34 destroyers. I do have new ones that are on the build, so combat footage to come for those. Where is he? There he is. Still do not have the RDF rangefinders yet, but that is in the works. I'm going to go ahead and point my battleships a little bit more towards the enemy. Still that nasty little design, and an aging cruiser, light cruiser, still using the Mark II 6-inch gun tech. I do have new light cruisers as well that mount twin 7-inch guns. It's a little heavy for light cruisers, but I haven't had a chance to fight with them yet. So anyway, let's go ahead and turn this speed up. Nice stable shooting platform there. Give you an idea of destroyer build. A single triple tube with standard ammunition. And as always, I'm going to go ahead and ping the enemy location. And as soon as that drops to 5, yep, okay, so and if this ever gets stuck, as it's prone to do, clicky, 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 it doesn't adjust, just set them on retreat, and then you can adjust your speed to where you want it. All right, and what do we got charging in at us here? It looks like a light cruiser, so I'm not going to torpedo him. What I'm looking for are the larger ships. Oh, let me go ahead and bump this game speed up a bit. See if I can handle it on 3 for now. Using the battleships, of course, as the fire support. Because the last thing you want to do is run your good battleships up in and get them torpedoed to death. And another reason I like to, what's my torpedo? 3 on those guys. It's really, oh, those were all destroyers. Well, that's a interesting destroyer hull. It's that's the Austro-Hungarians. I haven't come up against them too much, so I'm not familiar. I'm not terribly familiar with their destroyer hull designs. But as you can see, basically, I'll usually run my destroyers in one at a time, and hopefully I can avoid these. Oh no! Yep, got him. Well, missed them. Now what I do need to pay attention to is, because torpedoes will carry. So what I usually like to do is use my destroyers to sort of hold enemy destroyers. Keep them at bay, and then just use your battleships to sit back and pop shot. Oh yes, see, they cluster up. They get lit up. And just sort of keep the torpedo pressure off the larger ships. Now, what I need to pay attention to also is, are they going to, because torpedoes carry, so don't neglect torpedoes when they're in the water. Do not forget about them, because, well, unless you tell your ships, and if they're in formation, you can actually set them on avoid torpedoes. I try to avoid, I try to avoid doing that, mainly because your formations can really, they can really start to perform erratically if they're if torpedoes are lit and they're heading towards them. You can break up your formations and stuff like that. It can make things difficult, so watch out for that. Now, where are those heavy cruisers? Now, I've kind of got it figured with destroyers, at least with this particular model, how best to approach ships to drop a salvo of torpedoes and land them with pretty high. See what I mean about that collision avoidance. Collision avoidance on, I'm turning him away, and he's still trying to run into him. He's trying to run into him. Oh my God. All right. So we are, this might not work out too well. Speed him up, speed him up, speed him up. Ah, just missed it. All right. That's another reason for adjusting your combat speed. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I'm going to miss these. Dodge them. It's getting rather hairy in here, isn't it? Alright, so we've got us a line of heavy cruisers. I'm going to go ahead and pop smoke. This guy is still kicking it. He's still kicking it. Okay. So run him in on a line. Set to save. Spin out. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, he didn't drop. Oh. I turned too tight. Turn him off. I turned too soon is what I did. Maneuvered too soon. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Put him on save. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That's not going to be a good one. Come on. It's not going to be... Nope. No go. Oh, there we go. I got 2 hits, one of which was a dud. Okay, well, we can live with that. Uh-oh. And see, I done neglected the battleships. They're running off right smack into a formation of destroyers. And I done taken some torpedo hits. That's okay. We'll go ahead and retreat him. Now, where's my other destroyer? Now, this is one of my older ones, actually. This is a design that's now I'm starting to phase out. Oh, there's a really pretty fireball. Oh yes. Sorry if that was a little loud. Okay. That was a rather lovely fireball. You know, he might be okay. Now, see, he's hauling off in here. Collision avoidance is making him run smack into things. Great. Alright, now you, I'm going to get you out of here. Try to, anyway. Okay. Back to you. What do we have for him, Johnny? Alright. We successfully averted disaster. That would not have ended well if those battleships had run right up into the middle of those destroyers. Would not have ended well at all. As you could see with the heavy cruiser here, that plowed off into the middle and ran into how many torpedoes? I don't know. He took at least one. And that's the problem with those old cruiser designs of mine. I do have the large cruiser hulls now. The end battle has popped up, but the battle ain't over. The fight's not done. The fight ain't over yet. He still has some heavy cruisers left, doesn't he? Where'd he go? I guess he took a, yeah, he took a 12-inch shell. That usually ends a destroyer's day pretty quick when a battleship catches him with the main cannons and main guns. Okay, and I know I might seem a little frantic right now, but try running this at 3x speed in the middle of a thick battle. It's rather intense. Oh, he would get the curvy torpedo. You saw that, right? He would get that arcing torpedo on there. Now these guys are they're equipped with looks like two twin launchers. I've just got a single 3, so you can always put more ammo on your destroyers, more torpedoes that is. You can always increase that torpedo load, but I find that one extra salvo of torpedoes often is enough. And what is his armament or armoring? Oh, he has no armor on his fore and aft deck. I mean, while this was a good destroyer design, though, I do like having some some small caliber weapons left on the destroyers. This was an all 1 caliber design. And there goes the friendly fire. Come on, guys, pay attention. Pay attention. Oh, that was it. Okay. Well, complete annihilation of the enemy fleet and not one loss. So yeah, sometimes you'll find that you can get into one-sided battles, which is part of the reason I tend to keep my fleets a little smaller. It makes for maybe a little bit more of a challenge. But anyway, thank you once again for stopping by. If you've been keeping up, as always, like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and I will see you next time.